You ever notice how everything shifts the second you stop chasing her? The second you stop trying to win her approval, it's like the whole dynamic flips overnight. Most men spend all their energy seeking validation like it's oxygen. They bend themselves into shapes they were never meant to take, just to avoid upsetting her. They fold under the slightest pressure, apologize for things they didn't even do wrong, and stay quiet when they should speak up. They jump through hoops just to keep her happy, and ironically, the harder they try, the faster the respect drains out of the relationship. Because here's what most men don't get: respect is not given to the man who's available 24/7, who bends to every mood, who treats her emotions like they're commands. Respect is given to the man who is unshaken by whatever storm she brings. It's not about being harsh or distant. It's about being so grounded that her emotional highs and lows don't control you. She can cry, get mad, protests at you, and you stay steady, like a rock in a storm. That steadiness is what makes her trust you. That steadiness is what makes her feel safe. And when she sees she can't move you like she moves everyone else, something in her shifts. Suddenly, she's not trying to see how far she can push you, she's wondering how to keep you. That's when the game flips. That's when her approach changes. She starts respecting your time, respecting your boundaries, respecting the man you are. Most men never get to this point because they're too scared to lose her. But the second you stop chasing and start living from your center, she feels it, and everything changes. Most men have been conditioned to believe that love means syncing up with her emotional state at all times. If she's happy, they force themselves to be happy. If she's sad, they suddenly feel sad too. If she's angry, they immediately go into fix-it mode, scrambling to smooth everything over. They think this is connection, but what it really does is make them emotionally dependent on her. It puts her in the driver's seat of the relationship, because now her moods decide the tone of the entire day. That might sound romantic in movies, but in real life it's exhausting for both people. Women do not respect a man who mirrors every emotion she has. She respects the man who can witness her storm without getting pulled into it. You have to be able to stay calm even when she's spinning. That doesn't mean ignoring her feelings or acting like a robot. It means you can hold space for her emotions without becoming consumed by them. You can listen, you can understand, you can even comfort her if it's needed, but you don't let it drag you into chaos. This is what emotional leadership looks like. A man who can stay calm gives her something to trust. He becomes her anchor, not another spinning wheel adding to the chaos. And over time, she will start to feel safer because she knows he won't collapse when she's upset. Ironically, when you stop matching her emotions, she'll often calm down faster because your energy tells her that things are okay. Stability is deeply attractive because it's rare. And when you master it, you stop being just another man in her life. You become the calm she instinctively wants to be around. This is where so many men go wrong. The moment they get a woman they like, they throw themselves into her world and slowly let go of their own. They stop chasing their goals. They stop doing the things that made them interesting in the first place. They stop living for something bigger than the relationship and start living for her approval. At first, she may find it flattering. She might enjoy the constant attention, the good morning texts, the way you drop everything to be available. But over time, it starts to drain her respect. Because deep down, every woman wants to feel like she's with a man who has direction, a man who is going somewhere, a man whose life has weight and purpose outside of her. When you abandon your mission to orbit around her, you make her the mission. And no woman truly wants to be a man's mission. She wants to feel like she's been invited to join a man on a path he's already walking with or without her. That's what inspires admiration. That's what makes her proud to stand beside you. You need to wake up with fire in your chest and a plan in your head no matter what's going on in your love life. You need to be so focused on building something bigger than yourself that even if she walked away tomorrow, your purpose wouldn't skip a beat. This doesn't mean ignoring her. It means that when you give her your attention, she feels that it's a gift, not an obligation. That shift changes everything. When your purpose is louder than her presence, she feels it, and it makes her want to earn her place in your life instead of taking it for granted. Too many men spend their energy trying to convince a woman that they're worth her time. They go into salesman mode, listing their accomplishments, talking about what a good guy they are, or defending themselves every time she questions them. They over-explain their choices, their past, even their boundaries, as if they have to submit proof that they deserve respect. But here's the truth, the more you explain, the weaker you look. A man who knows his value doesn't need to advertise it. He doesn't need to justify why he lives the way he lives. He simply lives it. He moves with quiet confidence, and that confidence speaks louder than any argument he could make. When you stop explaining yourself, you stop negotiating from a place of insecurity. You send the message that your worth is not up for debate. And this flips something in her mind. Suddenly, she's not interrogating you anymore, she's questioning herself. She starts to wonder, what does this man see in me? How do I fit into his life? That shift is powerful because it pulls her toward you without you having to push. Living your value also means being willing to let her misunderstand you rather than pleading for her to get it. You're not here to be endlessly decoded. The right woman will feel your value without needing a PowerPoint presentation about who you are. And if she doesn't see it? That's her loss, not yours. A man who carries himself with this quiet self-assurance naturally attracts respect. He doesn't need to demand it. He simply embodies it. And when you reach that level, women stop treating you like an option and start seeing you as the standard. When a woman crosses a clear line, you can't afford to wait until the third or fourth time to respond. Boundaries mean nothing if you don't enforce them the moment they're broken. The mistake most men make is thinking that letting something slide will keep the peace, but it does the opposite. When you ignore disrespect, you silently teach her that it's acceptable. You show her that your standards are negotiable. And once you've shown her that, good luck trying to put the genie back in the bottle, she will keep testing because you already proved you don't mean what you say. The strongest move you can make is to calmly walk away the moment a boundary is crossed. Not with yelling, not with drama, just action. That quiet enforcement of standards commands more respect than any lecture ever could. On top of that, you need to stay unpredictable. Predictability is comfortable, but it kills desire. If she knows exactly what you'll do every time, she knows how to control you. If every time she ignores you, you blow up her phone, she's running the show. If every time she flirts with someone else, you lose your cool, she knows exactly how to get to you. The goal isn't to play games, it's to be a man with a life so full and dynamic that she can't always guess your next move. Sometimes you're available, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you respond right away, sometimes you don't. This creates healthy tension. That little bit of uncertainty keeps her on her toes and keeps the attraction alive. A man who enforces boundaries and stays just unpredictable enough becomes someone she can't stop thinking about. This is the foundation of everything, being willing to lose her. If you're scared to lose her, every decision you make will come from fear. You'll bend rules you swore you'd never bend. You'll overlook things you know are wrong just to keep her happy. You'll silence yourself when you should speak up, all because you're terrified she might leave. And every time you do this, you chip away at your own self-respect. A man who lives like that slowly becomes a shell of himself, and ironically, the more he tries to hold on to her, the faster she slips away. The truth is, you have to be grounded enough to know you were whole before she showed up, and you'll be whole if she leaves. That mindset changes everything. It's not about acting like you don't care, it's about truly being at peace with any outcome. When you reach that place, you stop chasing, you stop negotiating, you stop trying to prove yourself. You simply live by your standards and let the chips fall where they may. And here's what usually happens, she feels that energy and respects you more because it's rare. Most men will do anything to avoid being alone. The man who can look her in the eye and calmly say, "I'll be fine either way," becomes unforgettable. That energy is magnetic because it shows strength, not dependence. It shows that your happiness isn't something she can give or take away. And that's what makes her want to stay. This isn't about playing games or punishing her, it's about protecting your peace and your mission. The man who is willing to lose her is the man she's least likely to walk away from.